I woke up to the quiet hum of my phone. Usually, Emma would be there beside me, scrolling something, maybe whispering a sleepy joke. Not today. I grabbed my phone only to find every app blocked, her number, her socials, everything. What the hell? I muttered, staring at the screen. My thumb hovered over her name, but I didn't dare call. Not yet. I sat on the edge of the bed, heart hammering. 3 years, Emma. 3 years of good morning texts, inside jokes, and late night talks. And now, nothing. I called Alex. Yo, Alex. You awake? I tried to keep my voice casual, but it sounded hollow. Matt? Dude, it's 6 a.m. Who's calling this early? Emma? She blocked me on everything. Every app. Every number. There was a pause. Wait, blocked? Are you serious? I don't know. I didn't do anything. She just, poof, gone. Well, okay, first, breathe. You okay? I don't know if I am. I keep thinking I missed a sign or said something wrong. I replayed every conversation since last week. You're overthinking, man. She probably just needs space. People do that sometimes. I guess. But why block me? Why not just say, hey, I need a little time alone? My voice cracked and I hated that I sounded pathetic. You're reading too much into it. Don't spiral. Easy for you to say, I muttered, tossing the phone on the couch. My eyes caught the mug I'd left on the counter last night, tilted like someone had moved it. A small thing. But something didn't feel right. Alex's voice came through again. Look, I know it sucks, man, but maybe go for a run, clear your head, grab breakfast. Don't sit there staring at the phone. I rubbed my face, trying to shake off the unease. Yeah, maybe. I can't stop thinking. What if she's with someone else? Or what if she's mad at me? I can't figure it out. Dude, don't jump to conclusions. Trust me. You're smarter than your thoughts right now. Thanks. I guess I'll see what happens today. Maybe she'll text. Maybe not. I hung up and wandered into the kitchen, eyes scanning for anything unusual. The apartment felt different. Her slippers weren't in their usual spot. The cereal box was pushed back an inch. I shook my head. I was imagining things. By noon, I had convinced myself I was overreacting. But when I opened the living room door, her laptop was gone, moved from the corner where she always left it. My stomach twisted. Okay, Matt. Snap out of it. It's probably nothing. I muttered to myself. I decided to call Alex again. Hey man, can you come over? I need someone to talk to. Sure. Give me 20 minutes. While waiting, I noticed her hoodie draped over the couch. I picked it up, feeling the faint scent of her perfume. My chest tightened. She was here. She was just not here. When Alex arrived, he greeted me with a grin. Hey man, you look worse than I imagined. I feel worse. She blocked me. Everything. I don't know what to do. He flopped onto the couch. First rule of Matt Harrison heartbreak, breathe. Second rule, don't do anything drastic. Easy for you to say. You didn't just get disappeared on. I know, dude. But we'll figure this out. For now, let's just hang. Movies, pizza, something. We sat there, silent, stretching. I tried to focus on Alex's attempt at jokes, but my mind kept flicking back to her. The misplaced mug. The hoodie. The laptop gone from its corner. Matt, you're thinking too much again, Alex said, tossing a pillow at me. Maybe. But I can't help it. Something's off. I just know it. He shrugged, laughing. Maybe she just needs me time, man. And maybe that me time thing isn't about you. Maybe. I trailed off, staring at the empty side of the bed. The night fell and the apartment felt heavier. Every sound, the creak of the floorboards, the hum of the fridge, reminded me that something had changed. I moved her mug back to the counter, straightening the cereal box. A small, futile attempt to restore order in a place that suddenly felt chaotic. I sat down, staring at my phone, the darkness pressing in. Emma, I whispered, not sure if I hoped she'd hear me or if I was just talking to myself. What are you doing? Why did you leave like this? Silence answered. And I hated it. I walked into the living room, hoping to see the quiet emptiness I expected. Instead, the laptop on the coffee table was on. My heart skipped a beat. What the? I muttered, stepping closer. The screen flickered, showing a live feed of our apartment. And there she was, Emma. With another man. Laughing. Smiling. Like I didn't exist. I stumbled back. No, this can't be real. I grabbed my phone. Emma. Pick up. Hello. Nothing. Just ringing into oblivion. I dialed again. Emma, what the hell is going on? Still nothing. I dropped the phone onto the couch. This is insane. It's not real. My voice shook. My chest felt tight. I called Alex. Alex, you need to see this. I think she's with someone else. Whoa, slow down. Wait, what do you mean? Look at my laptop. She's in our apartment with another guy. What? Right now. There was a long pause. Matt, are you sure? You're not misreading something? No, I'm not. I swear. I can see them laughing. I can see our living room. This is unbelievable. Okay, just breathe. Don't do anything crazy. Maybe it's, like, I don't know, a friend or... No, Alex. No friend. That's not how it looks. He's touching her shoulder. She's leaning into him. I could hear Alex's voice tighten. Matt, you think you're seeing it live? Are you sure it's accurate? I don't know what else it could be. Look at the feed. Look. I don't have your screen. But, all right. Take a step back. Deep breaths. I paced, eyes glued to the laptop. Step back? Alex, my own apartment, my own space. Invaded. I can't even. Matt, I get it. I really do. But don't let anger take over. Just figure out what you're going to do next. I sank onto the couch, head in my hands. She blocked me yesterday. Every app, every call. And now, this. Right in my living room. You're allowed to be mad. But don't explode. You need a plan, not a meltdown. Plan? My plan was, what? Just trust her? Live my life. Now I can't even, everything's messed up. Alex sighed. You want me over? I can help you think through this without losing it. Yes, please. I can't do this alone. While I waited, I stared at the screen. She leaned in closer to him, laughing at something he said. Every laugh stabbed at me. Every smile felt like a knife. I whispered to the empty room, Emma, why? Why are you here and why is he with you? The doorbell rang. I jumped. Alex. I called. Yeah, man. It's me. Let's figure this out. He came in, eyes scanning the laptop. Holy, yeah. That's definitely her. And that's someone else. Dude. I know, I muttered. I don't know what to feel. Anger, shock, betrayal. I can't even think straight. Alex put a hand on my shoulder. Matt, she made her choice. Not you. And this isn't the end for you. You've got options. What options? Call her out? Confront her? I don't even know where to start. My own apartment. I can't believe this. Start with breathing. Then we strategize. You've got your life to protect, man. Don't let her mess with your head more than she already has. I nodded, though it barely felt like a nod. Yeah. I guess I can't stop watching. You don't have to. Let's get a grip before we do anything else. You'll need a clear head if you're going to handle this. I swallowed, trying to force calm. I hate her. I hate what she's doing. And I hate that I can't touch any of it. Can't stop it. Can't call it off. Nothing. Alex nodded slowly. I know. But hating her won't fix this. Planning your next move, carefully, that's how you win. I stared at the screen one last time before closing the laptop, the room feeling colder than ever. You're right. I have to figure this out. I can't just sit here. And for the first time since this morning, I felt a flicker of something, anger that might become action. I didn't sleep. Not really. My mind kept replaying the live feed, Emma with him, laughing, casual, like I didn't exist. By noon I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed my keys. I'm going over there, I muttered to myself. The elevator ride felt endless. My hands shook, gripping the railing like it was my lifeline. I need answers, I whispered. I deserve answers. I rang her doorbell. No answer. I knocked harder. Emma, open up. This isn't funny. Finally the door cracked. She appeared, hair messy, pajamas slightly wrinkled, and that irritating calm on her face. Matt? What are you doing here? She said, blinking like I'd interrupted her morning nap. I need to know what the hell is going on. My voice cracked. Why were you with him in our apartment? Don't lie to me, Emma. Matt, calm down. You're overreacting. It wasn't what you think. Not what I think. I watched it. What? On my own laptop. How can you say it wasn't what I think? She sighed, rolling her eyes. I was just catching up. That's all. You're taking it the wrong way. Catching up. I shouted. Catching up? With another man in our apartment while I'm blocked from contacting you? Matt, I needed space. I told you I needed me time. You blocked me. I yelled. All of it. Every app, every number. That's not me time. That's disappearing on me. Emma's voice softened. I didn't mean to hurt you. You overthink everything. Overthink. My fists clenched. I'm not overthinking, Emma. I saw it. I saw you with him. How can you gaslight me right now? Do you even feel guilty? I do, Matt. But you're making it a bigger deal than it is. You're blowing it out of proportion. I shook my head, trying to steady my trembling hands. I can't do this. I left. I couldn't stay there, couldn't listen to her excuses. My chest burned as I walked down the street, the apartment feeling miles away. At work, I tried to focus, but every document, every email, every ringing phone reminded me of her. That's when I noticed Sarah from accounting hovering by the printer. You okay? She asked softly, eyes sharp but kind. I looked at her, unsure how to answer. I'm fine. Just tired, I guess. You don't look fine, she said gently. Do you want to talk? I hesitated, then shook my head. I don't want to burden anyone. You're not a burden, she said quietly. But you do need someone to listen. I swallowed. It's complicated. Personal stuff. She nodded. I get it. But sometimes talking helps. I sighed, leaning against the printer. I saw her, my girlfriend. She's with someone else. In my own apartment. On a live feed. And she blocked me from everything. Her eyes softened. Wow, that's intense. I tried confronting her. She just said I was overreacting. That it wasn't what it looked like. Can you believe that? Sarah shook her head slowly. That's not right. She's gaslighting you. That's serious. Yeah. My voice cracked. I feel like my world's collapsing. Like I don't even know her anymore. Or myself. You don't have to go through this alone, she said. Even if you think you do. I don't know what to do, I admitted. I'm trying to stay calm, trying to think straight. But everything inside me wants to explode. Then start small, Sarah suggested. Document your thoughts. Keep track of what's real. Plan before you act. You can't lose control, not now. Not ever. I nodded, trying to breathe. Yeah. I've been keeping a mental record. Trying to figure out how to confront reality without letting my anger ruin me. That's good, she said. Focus on yourself first. She made her choice. Don't let her mistakes define you. I can't believe how easily she betrayed me. 3 years, gone, and I'm left with this mess inside me. I know, she said quietly. It's not fair. But it's not your fault. I leaned back, thinking about her words. I guess I needed someone to remind me that. Someone not wrapped up in this drama. That's what I'm here for, she said. Even if you don't see it yet, you're going to get through this. I forced a weak laugh. Thanks. I think I needed to hear that. Even if it's just a start. She smiled faintly. Sometimes a start is all you need. By the end of the day, I felt a small sense of clarity, though my chest still ached. Betrayal left a scar, but maybe, just maybe, I could survive this. Maybe I could plan. Maybe I could reclaim control. I thought about Emma, about her lies and the live feed, and I realized something. Anger alone wouldn't fix it. Planning, patience, strategy, that could. And for the first time that day, I didn't feel completely lost. I walked into the apartment, hoping some part of me was wrong. Hoping I'd misread something. But the moment I saw her laptop open on the counter, my stomach dropped. What now? I muttered. I hovered over the screen, heart pounding. There it was, emails, messages, screenshots of conversations with Lucas Carter. He wasn't just a coworker. He wasn't just a friend. They'd been more. No, I whispered, scrolling faster. How could she? My phone buzzed. Alex? Matt? You okay? Alex, it's worse. She's been lying. About everything. About him. About us. Whoa. Slow down. What do you mean? I showed him a screenshot. Look. Every conversation. Planning meetups, late nights, all behind my back. I can't even, it's like I don't exist to her. There was silence on the line. Dude, that's holy shit. You need to calm down before you do something crazy. I can't calm down. Alex, I trusted her. I loved her. I know, man. But if you confront her like this, you'll blow up and then she wins. You need control. Not rage. I don't know if I can control anything right now. Yes, you can. You just have to choose. I sank onto the couch, staring at the laptop like it had betrayed me too. She's been living a secret life. And I was blind. What if everything I thought about us was fake? Alex's voice softened. It's not fake, man. Your feelings were real. That's what matters. But now you have to reclaim your power. Decide how to respond. I don't know if I can forgive her. I can't. You don't have to. Reclaiming power doesn't mean forgiving. It means taking your life back. I nodded slowly even though he couldn't see me. You're right. I can't let her manipulation define me anymore. I have to. A knock at the door interrupted me. Matt? You here? A familiar voice. Lucas Carter. What do you want? I shouted before even opening the door. Calm down, Matt. Look, we need to talk. Oh, now you want to talk? My hands trembled. Where were you when she was lying to me? Planning things behind my back. I didn't plan anything, Matt. She made choices. Look, I don't want trouble. Trouble? My life is a mess because of her choices, Lucas. And you were part of it. I get it. I do. But yelling at me won't fix anything. You need to think before you act. I slammed the door. Think before I act? That's rich. I sank back onto the couch, heart racing. My fingers trembled over the keyboard as I read every message again. Each one a dagger. Each one a confirmation. Betrayal didn't feel real until I held it in my hands. Alex's voice came back through my speaker. Matt, deep breath. You need to decide. Do you confront or do you reclaim? You can't do both without losing yourself. I don't want to lose myself, I whispered. I can't. Not now. I've already lost so much. Then reclaim, Matt. Take back your life. No rash moves. No screaming matches. Just you. Control. I exhaled slowly. You're right. I need to move. I can't stay here, letting her control my emotions. I can't let her do this to me anymore. You got it, man. I'm here. Whatever you need. I looked at the apartment, the empty side of the bed, her hoodie lying there, the evidence of a life I didn't know existed. It felt suffocating. I need to pack, I said quietly, more to myself than to Alex. Take only what I need. Start over. She can't touch me anymore. That's the spirit. Clean break, clear mind. You're doing the right thing. I grabbed a duffel bag, throwing in essentials. My hands shook, but this time with determination. I wasn't shaking from shock. I was shaking because I was taking control. Matt? Alex asked. You okay? Yes. Scared. Angry. Hurt. But okay. That's all normal. Just keep moving. Keep your head. You'll be fine. I zipped the bag and looked around one last time. I hope one day I can look back without burning with anger. But right now I take my life back. I glanced at the laptop once more. The emails, the messages, the betrayal, all reminders of what I had to overcome. Emma, I muttered under my breath, you won't control me anymore. And for the first time today I felt the tiniest spark of power flicker inside me, a spark I intended to keep alive. I zipped my duffel bag, glancing around the apartment one last time. Every corner, every photo, every little thing screamed Emma. It felt suffocating. Matt, you sure about this? Alex's voice came through the phone. I have to do this. I can't stay here, letting her control me even from another room, I said, trying to steady my shaking hands. Yeah, I get it. Just be careful, okay? I will. I'm taking only what I need. Essentials. Nothing more. I grabbed my keys and opened the door. The hallway smelled the same, but everything felt heavier. Emma appeared from her bedroom, hair messy, eyes wide. Matt, where are you going? She asked, trying to sound casual. I'm moving out, I said flatly. Temporarily. Just need space. Moving out? Just like that. Her voice hit that fake calm tone I hated. Yes, just like that. I need time. Space. Distance. You should understand that. Matt, please, we can talk this out. No, not now. I can't listen to excuses anymore. She stared, blinking. You're really leaving? Yes. And I'll contact you when I'm ready. Until then, please, don't try to reach me. Her lips pressed into a thin line. Fine. If that's what you need. I left, slamming the door behind me, feeling a mix of relief and heartbreak. The elevator ride felt like a countdown to freedom. Once I got to my temporary apartment, I threw the bag on the bed and sat down. My chest heaved. Finally, space, I whispered. The phone buzzed. Sarah. Hey, I answered. I needed someone to talk to. Of course, she said softly. How are you holding up? I ran a hand through my hair. Honestly, tired. Angry. Confused. But I feel like I finally have some control back. That's good, Matt. You need that control. Focus on you first. I know. I'm thinking of long nights at work. Startup stuff. Keep busy. Rebuild myself. Sounds like a plan. But don't forget to breathe. Don't burn yourself out. I won't. I've started thinking about how to handle her. Not in rage, not in yelling. I want a plan, expose the truth without compromising my integrity. You sound different, calmer. That's good. I hope so. It's just hard. Every time I think about her, about Lucas, I feel like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff. I don't want to fall off again. I understand, she said quietly. But you're not alone. Even if it feels that way. I exhaled a little longer this time. Thanks. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without someone I can trust right now. You'll figure it out, she said. Step by step. You're stronger than you think. I hope you're right. I rubbed my eyes. Every night I plan, every email I review, every interaction. I'm documenting. Mentally. Strategically. I can't let emotion blind me. That's smart, Matt. You need clarity, not chaos. I nodded, staring at the empty walls. The apartment was supposed to be our life together. Now it's just a battlefield. Every memory, every object, a reminder of betrayal. But I can't let that stop me. Exactly, Sarah said. Use that energy for you. Build something stronger. And the rest, karma, exposure, it'll fall into place if you stay calm. I smiled faintly. Yeah, patience, control, focus. Those are my weapons now. And you're not alone, she reminded me. No, I said. I'm not. I spent the next few hours unpacking essentials, arranging the temporary apartment. It was sparse, but I liked it that way. Every item, every corner belonged to me. Not her. Alex called again. How's the new place? Quiet, I said. And mine. That's what matters. For now, at least. Good. Keep that mindset. And don't let her guilt or excuses pull you back. I won't, I said firmly. I'm learning, slow but steady. I won't let her take this from me again. Sarah texted later, proud of you. You're reclaiming your life. One step at a time. I stared at the message and smiled, a real one this time. One step at a time, I whispered aloud. That's all it takes. I worked late into the night, reviewing project notes, coding, planning. Every hour spent on myself felt like a small victory. My chest still ached, but it wasn't panic anymore. It was determination. Emma, I muttered under my breath, pacing the apartment. This isn't over. But I'm not yours to manipulate anymore. Not now. Not ever. And for the first time in days I felt in control. I stared at my laptop, hands hovering over the keyboard. The emails, the messages, the proof of Emma's lies, they were all there. And for the first time, a thought crept into my head. Maybe I could use them. Alex called. Matt, you sound quiet. Plotting or panicking? Neither, I said, keeping my voice steady. I'm thinking. Planning. Maybe, just maybe, it's time she sees the consequences of her choices. You mean, revenge? I hesitated. Not revenge like yelling or confrontation. Something quieter. Something strategic. Alex sighed. I get it, but tread carefully. You don't want to burn yourself in the process. I know. That's why I'm being careful. I opened an anonymous email account. Every message, every screenshot, every line neatly compiled. I sent it out, just small hints, just enough to make people in her social circle start questioning things. I watched my own pulse, wondering if I was doing the right thing. Alex's voice buzzed again. Matt, are you serious? Trying to set the record straight. Without directly getting involved. She needs to face some consequences. You're walking a thin line. I know. But she already started it. And part of me wants her to feel the tiniest fraction of what I felt. There was a pause. Matt, don't lose yourself in this. That's all I'm saying. I won't. I think. The next day at work, I saw Nicole from Emma's circle in the cafeteria. She glanced at me nervously. Matt, hey, she said cautiously. I heard some things about Emma. Is it true? I don't know what you mean, I replied casually, keeping my expression neutral. She looked down, fidgeting. I just heard rumors. Emails, messages. I didn't think they'd be real. I'm not sure what to believe. Be careful what you believe, I said softly. Sometimes people hide things better than you think. Nicole nodded slowly, still uneasy. Yeah, I guess. Thanks, Matt. I watched her leave, a flicker of satisfaction mixed with guilt curling in my chest. Part of me wanted to feel triumphant, but another part of me felt wrong. Later, Lucas appeared outside my temporary apartment. "We need to talk," he said bluntly. "Not now," I muttered. "I have work to do." "No, we're talking. Now." His tone brooked no argument. I sighed and let him in. "Fine. What is it?" "You're doing something," he said immediately. "I don't know exactly what, but I know it involves her and it's dangerous. You need to stop." "I'm not doing anything illegal," I said. "I'm just letting people know the truth." "She lied. Cheated. You know it." Lucas shook his head. "Matt, you don't understand. People get hurt when this stuff spreads. Innocent people. Her friends. Her family. You could ruin everything for more than just her." "I know the risks," I said quietly. "I'm trying to be careful. No names, just evidence. Enough to make her feel consequences." "You're playing a dangerous game," he said, voice tight. "Step back. Let it go before it gets out of hand." "I can't," I admitted, almost whispering. "Not yet. She's made my life a mess. And I need her to see the weight of what she's done." Lucas shook his head again, frustration and worry in his eyes. "Just don't let this destroy you too, Matt. Revenge, it's not always clean. It's messy and it leaves scars." "I know." My chest tightened. "I'm already scarred. I just want to balance things a little. Karma, if you want to call it that." He stared at me a moment longer, then left. I shut the door and exhaled, pacing the apartment. Alex called again. "So, how's it feeling?" "I don't know," I admitted. "Part of me feels justified. Part of me feels guilty. Watching karma unfold like this, it's satisfying and painful at the same time." "Classic moral dilemma," he said. "Just don't lose yourself. That's the bottom line." "I'm trying. I really am." I checked the laptop again. Messages being circulated, whispers starting in Emma's circles. Every small ripple felt like justice, but I couldn't let myself celebrate too much. Sarah texted later. "Matt, be careful. Don't let anger make your choices for you." I stared at the message, feeling both comforted and challenged. She was right. I couldn't let this consume me. But at the same time, I typed another anonymous note, a subtle hint about Emma's secret meetings with Lucas, careful not to reveal too much. The emails would keep circulating, planting doubt, creating tension. "Matt," I muttered aloud, pacing. This has to be enough. I can't let it go too far." Part of me wanted to keep pushing. Another part wanted to stop and just breathe. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling. I guess this is what balance feels like. Satisfying and painful all at once. I just have to stay careful. Stay smart. And with that, I realized something. Revenge wasn't just about hurting her. It was about reclaiming myself, proving that I wasn't powerless, and that betrayal didn't get the final say. I logged into my laptop early, checking the email trail I'd started circulating anonymously. Small tremors of satisfaction ran through me. Emma's name was beginning to surface in whispers, her friends hesitant, colleagues skeptical. Alex called. "You seeing this?" "I am," I said, my voice quieter than usual. "People are starting to question her. Doubts are spreading." "Feeling good about it?" I hesitated. "Partly, but it's not satisfying in the way I thought it would be." Alex laughed softly. "Classic. Karma rarely tastes like chocolate cake." "Yeah," I said, staring at the screen. "It's more like ash. Bitter ash." I left my apartment and went for a walk. The streets were quiet. My phone buzzed. Sarah. "Hey," she said. "How are you holding up?" Okay. Different, I guess. Not broken like before." "That's good. You're starting to heal, right?" "I think so. Watching her life start to unravel, it should feel better. But it doesn't fully." "Maybe it's because you're still carrying the weight of it," she said. "Even if she's getting what she deserves, it doesn't erase what you felt." "Exactly," I admitted. "It's strange. Part of me wants to celebrate, but another part just feels hollow. Like revenge doesn't fill the space she left behind." "That's normal," Sarah said gently. "It's not about her anymore, it's about you finding peace." I nodded, silent for a moment. "I've started talking to some people I trust again. Slowly. Trying to rebuild connections I neglected when I was obsessed with her." "Smart. You're reclaiming your life in more ways than one," she said. Back at my apartment, I opened my laptop again. Emma's name appeared in a new string of conversations, subtle but growing. Lucas was getting frustrated with her. Emails exchanged between colleagues hinted at tension. Alex called again. She's feeling the pressure now? Yes, I said. Her friends are asking questions. Lucas seems annoyed. Even her coworkers are noticing inconsistencies. It can't lie, it gives me a sense of control. Sense of control is different from satisfaction, he said. Remember that. I know. Complicated. I thought this would feel like justice. But justice doesn't feel like I imagined. You're learning, Alex said. Revenge rarely does. I sighed, leaning back in my chair. I'm learning. I'm not the naive guy who watched her live feed and panicked. Not anymore. The phone buzzed again. It was Nicole, though she didn't know I was on the other side of the anonymous emails. Matt, I didn't know what to think yesterday. Everything was confusing. Yeah, I said cautiously. Sometimes people hide things better than you think. I hope things settle soon. People are talking, but I hope she's okay, she added softly. I stared at the screen, conflicted. Me too, in a way. I don't want anyone to get hurt beyond what's necessary. But she needs to feel some consequence for what she did. Matt, be careful, Alex reminded me. You're walking a thin line. One wrong step and it could backfire. I know. That's why I'm being careful, I said. I'm not reckless anymore. I'm strategic. Hours passed and I kept tracking the ripple effects. Emma's professional reputation was showing subtle cracks. Her friends' conversations were cautious, Lucas's patience thinning. I felt the thrill of confirmation but also a gnawing emptiness. I thought I'd feel vindicated, I muttered aloud. But it's different. Watching her life shift, it doesn't erase the betrayal. It doesn't erase the nights I cried alone. Alex's voice buzzed again. That's because it's not supposed to. Revenge doesn't erase pain. Healing does. And you're moving toward that. I leaned back, breathing deeply. Yeah, I'm starting to see that. The more I focus on myself, the less her actions control me. Sarah texted later, you're doing the right thing. Rebuild. Focus on what matters. Don't let the past trap you. I read the message several times. She's right, I whispered. It's not about her anymore. It's about me. About rebuilding. Even as whispers spread about Emma, I felt my own life shifting. Reconnecting with friends I had neglected, focusing on work and having honest conversations with people like Sarah. It felt real. Genuine. Not fueled by anger but by cautious hope. I looked at the email thread one last time. Emma's world was quietly unraveling, but my attention was no longer fully there. Part of me still wanted justice. Part of me wanted closure. But the bigger part? That part wanted to live again. Matt, Alex's voice came softly over the phone. You've changed. I can hear it. You're not broken. You're building yourself back. I smiled faintly. Yeah, I think I am. Slowly, but I'm moving forward. And for the first time since this nightmare began, I felt a fragile kind of peace. Karma was unfolding naturally, but I was learning that my real victory wasn't in watching her fall, it was in rising myself. I walked up to Emma's apartment, my heart steady but heavy. The duffel bag I brought before was long gone, replaced by nothing but the resolve I carried inside me. I rang the doorbell. She opened it slowly, eyes widening when she saw me. Matt, what are you doing here? She asked, trying to sound casual. I came to talk, I said, calm but firm. No yelling, no screaming. Just a conversation. She stepped aside, letting me in. Fine. But make it quick. I sat on the couch, observing her. Every little movement, every hesitation told me what I already knew. Emma, you lied. You blocked me, betrayed me, and led a double life right under my nose. And yes, I know about Lucas. Her eyes flickered, a hint of fear. Matt, I can explain. You can try, but I've seen the messages, the emails, everything. There's no excuse that can erase it. I was confused. I didn't mean to hurt you. Confused? I interrupted gently. Emma, I loved you. I trusted you. And you chose deception over honesty. That's not confusion, that's betrayal. She bit her lip, looking away. I didn't know how to end it without hurting you. I shook my head. You already hurt me more than you can imagine. But I'm not here to hurt you back. I'm here to close this chapter for myself. Her hands trembled slightly. Matt, I'm sorry. I see that, I said, watching her closely. And I see fear, regret, and maybe even guilt. That's good. It shows you understand the consequences of your actions. She swallowed, nodding faintly. I never wanted it to get this far. I leaned back, letting the silence stretch. It's over, Emma. Not with anger, not with revenge. It's over because I've taken control back. I'm not the naive, broken man you left behind. I'm stronger now, wiser. And I'm free. Her eyes softened and she whispered, Matt? Don't, I said gently. This isn't about us anymore. This is about me. And me moving forward. She nodded slowly, tears glinting at the corners of her eyes. I understand. I stood up. You should go too. Leave me with my peace. She hesitated, then turned and left, the apartment door clicking softly behind her. I exhaled, a heavy, liberating sigh. The weight I'd carried for months felt lighter. Alex called soon after. So, how did it go? Better than I imagined, I said, voice calm. No yelling. No drama. Just truth. She couldn't deny it and I didn't need to force it. Closure came naturally. That's amazing, Matt. I'm proud of you. Thanks, I said. It's strange. I thought revenge would feel satisfying, but this, facing her, seeing the truth and walking away, it's more powerful than any rumor or email. Alex chuckled softly. That's because this isn't about revenge anymore. It's about growth. Later I met Sarah for coffee. You look different, she said, smiling. Calm, confident. Like you shed a weight. I have, I admitted. It's like I finally reclaimed my life. I'm not defined by betrayal, anger, or heartbreak. I'm defined by how I chose to respond. You sound happy, she said. Not just pretending, really happy. I am. It's a strange happiness, calm, steady. No drama. No obsession. Just me. Moving forward. She nodded. I'm glad you're here. Really glad. I smiled faintly. It's thanks to people like you and Alex. Support. Perspective. Sometimes that's what it takes to truly grow. As I walked back to my apartment later, I thought about everything. Emma, Lucas, the rumors, the emails, the nights I cried, the nights I planned. None of that defined me anymore. What defined me was this: resilience, strength, wisdom, and the ability to face the truth without losing myself. I looked up at the sky, feeling a quiet sense of triumph. Karma had its course, but I didn't need it to punish her for me. I had done what mattered most. I had reclaimed my life. I thought about the months ahead, rebuilding, reconnecting, focusing on work, nurturing real friendships. I had learned my lesson the hard way, but I had learned. And that mattered more than any vindication. Alex texted later, proud of you, man. Truly. I smiled, feeling a warmth I hadn't felt in a long time. I did this. I survived. I grew. And now, life begins again. Sarah's message came soon after. Here's to new beginnings. I typed back, to new beginnings. And for the first time in months, I truly believed it. I unlocked the door to my new apartment and stepped inside. The space was small, but it was mine. Empty walls, clean counters, and sunlight spilling through the windows. For the first time in months, I felt light. Matt, you moved in? Alex's voice buzzed through my phone. Yeah, I said, setting my bag down. It's quiet. Peaceful. Exactly what I needed. That's great, man. You deserve this. Finally. Thanks, I said, taking a deep breath. I feel like I can breathe again. Later, Sarah came by to help me unpack. She smiled, holding a box of books. I'm impressed. You've got style. I'm just starting fresh, I said, smiling back. No old memories cluttering the place. Good, she said softly. You've earned it. You've been through a lot. I have, I admitted. But I survived. And now, it's time to live again. We worked in comfortable silence for a while, carrying boxes and arranging furniture. Occasionally, we'd laugh at some ridiculous object I'd saved from the old apartment. You really kept that? Sarah said, holding up a chipped coffee mug. I guess, sentimental, I said. But I'm learning to let go of the rest. Good. You should, she said. Holding on too tightly can weigh you down. I nodded, realizing she was right. Memories of Emma still flickered in my mind sometimes, but they no longer controlled me. I wasn't powerless anymore. Alex called again. So, how's it feel? New apartment, new start? It feels like me again, I said. Like I'm finally in control of my life, my choices. That's what I wanted to hear, he said. Just keep that mindset. Don't let anyone take it away. I won't, I said firmly. Later that evening, Sarah and I sat on the couch with mugs of coffee, laughing about some story from work. The warmth between us was easy, natural. You've changed, she said quietly. I can see it. You're calmer, stronger, happier. I've had to, I said. I lost a lot, but I learned more about myself than I ever expected. About strength, patience, and what really matters. She smiled. I'm glad you're finding it. I'm glad I could be here for you. Me too, I said, meeting her eyes. For a moment I wondered if there was more than friendship there. Something subtle growing quietly between us. Sarah looked away, cheeks slightly pink. You deserve someone who sees you, Matt. Really sees you. Not just the surface. I think I'm ready for that, I admitted. Not rushing, not pretending. Just seeing where things go. She smiled again and I felt a flutter in my chest I hadn't felt in months. It was different from the chaos of Emma, different from heartbreak or betrayal. It was calm. Real. Hopeful. The next few days blurred into productive routines. Work, coffee with Sarah, calls with Alex, small errands. The apartment slowly transformed into a home, each object, each corner a reflection of me. One evening as I unpacked some old notes I paused. A memory of Emma flickered, her laugh, her face, the weight of betrayal. But this time instead of panic or anger I felt understanding. She's gone, I whispered to myself. I'm free. And I'm building my own life now. Alex called that night. You sound different, man. Happier. I am, I said. Finally. And it's not just happiness, it's strength. It's knowing I survived and I can thrive. That's amazing, he said. I knew you'd get there. Thanks, Alex. Couldn't have done it without you or Sarah, I added. You've got people who care about you, he said. And you're learning to let them in. That's progress. I looked around my apartment, smiling. The sunlight was fading, but it didn't matter. The light inside me was enough. Sarah, I said the next morning, I think this is the start of something real. For me. Maybe for us too. She smiled, her hand brushing mine lightly. I think it could be. Slowly. Carefully. But yes, something real. And in that moment I realized something important. Life didn't need to be perfect. It didn't need to erase the past. It just needed me to keep moving forward, to trust myself, and to open my heart again. The apartment was more than a new space. It was a new beginning. And I was ready. I sat on the couch in my new apartment, the late afternoon sunlight casting long shadows across the floor. Everything was quiet, peaceful, and mine. I took a deep breath and let my thoughts drift, revisiting the past months. Alex called. Hey man, you sound contemplative. I am, I said, staring at the empty walls. I've been thinking about everything. Emma, Lucas, the chaos, the lies, all of it. Heavy stuff, Alex said softly. Feeling okay? I am, I said. It's strange. The betrayal, the heartbreak, even the revenge, it's all part of who I am now. And who I want to be. Sounds like growth, he said. Takes a lot to get there. I've learned a lot about trust, I admitted. Who deserves it, who doesn't, and most importantly, that I have to trust myself first. You've come a long way, Matt, he said. Really? I nodded slowly. I've also learned about self-worth. About recognizing manipulation, standing up for myself, and reclaiming my life. Revenge felt good in the moment, but it wasn't the real victory. The real victory is this. Control. Freedom. Peace. That's powerful, man, Alex said. You're seeing it clearly. I smiled faintly. Yeah. And I've realized that consequences are inevitable, whether through karma or choices. Emma's world unraveled, Lucas got frustrated, friends and colleagues questioned her, but the bigger lesson was mine. How I chose to respond shaped me more than anything else. Sarah texted me while we were on the call. Thinking of you. Hope you're reflecting and resting. I smiled. Sarah says hi. Alex chuckled. Hi to her too. I typed back quickly, thanks. I am. Just thinking about everything. Learning from it all. I remember the nights I cried alone, I told Alex, feeling powerless. Watching her live stream, discovering the lies. I never want to feel that way again. You won't, he said. You've rebuilt yourself. That pain shaped you, but it doesn't define you anymore. Exactly, I said. It's a reminder, not a cage. I keep the memories, yes, but they don't control me. I've taken back my life. I glanced around my apartment, the empty walls, the sunlight, the small personal touches I'd added. Everything symbolized a fresh start. Every object I kept or moved was intentional. A life rebuilt with intention, not reaction. Sarah called later. Matt, are you okay? You've been quiet all day. I'm reflecting, I admitted. On the journey. On the mistakes, the betrayal, the revenge, the growth. You sound at peace, she said softly. That's a good place to be. I am. And I've realized something important, I said. Justice isn't always about punishment. It's about reclaiming your life. About choosing how to live instead of letting someone else's actions control you. I'm glad you understand that, she said. It's a hard lesson, but you're handling it beautifully. I nodded even though she couldn't see me. Thanks, Sarah. Support from people who care. That makes a difference. Alex, you too. I wouldn't have reached this clarity without both of you. Alex's voice came back warm. Proud of you, man. Seriously. You've grown stronger and wiser. That's something no one can take away. I exhaled slowly, a long breath of release and realization. The scars will remain. Memories of betrayal, heartbreak, they're there. But they're not shackles. They're reminders. Reminders of resilience, of choices, and of lessons learned. I picked up a small framed photo from the counter, a snapshot of happier times with Emma before the cracks appeared. I stared at it quietly. I remember the good, but I don't long for the illusion. I've moved past it. The photo, it's a symbol now. Of what was and what I overcame. Sarah's text buzzed again. You're stronger than you know. Keep growing. I smiled, holding the photo for a moment before setting it down. I will, I whispered to myself. Alex's voice echoed in my memory. You've reclaimed your life. I leaned back, letting the silence fill the room. No chaos. No betrayal. Just peace, quiet, and reflection. The journey had been brutal, emotional, and transformative. And now, for the first time, I felt a sense of victory, not over anyone else but over my past, my doubts, and my pain. I looked out the window at the fading sunlight and whispered, I survived. I grew. I chose myself. And that is enough. For the first time in months, I felt completely free.